So we're here in Lissyegan Stables in Ahaskra in County Galway, and we are going back to Damien and seeing how he's getting on with Precision Microbes since.
Yeah.
Been a bit of an update here, and there's a new stable up.
Yeah, we put in this new shed during the summer, and for housing all the young horses from yearlings up to 3-year-olds. So it's doing a great job. Really happy with it.
Yeah.
They're very comfortable in it. There's a good lot. There's 36 there at the moment. Maybe capacity for 50, I think. So we'll have to invest in a few more before this time next year.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, very pleased with it.
Brilliant. And we were last year in September. We had a little update on how the horses were getting on. You had initially started in July. Can you tell me how they've gotten on the microbes since?
Yeah, I'm an awful lot more confident now. July to September was a bit short. I was really happy with it, but I didn't know how good it was going to be.
Yeah.
We worked on a few horses, 3 particular horses that have since been sold. Worked really well on them. We have another grey horse called ESI Hampshire.
Yeah.
It has turned him absolutely inside out. There was a difference from July to September. You could see the difference, but you'd still be humming and hawing. But since July to now, he's like a complete different animal. Put on a good neck, put on body condition, put on a top line, which he never had before.
Brilliant.
We have changed around a little bit now. We're not just putting a pile of horses on it. We're picking horses that we think might have a few issues, or that is just hard fed, basically.
Yeah, brilliant.
But yeah, it's a fantastic product.
Yeah, so I suppose coming up to show season, you're obviously going to have some in and out and on breaks.
Yeah.
So I'd assume it'll be something around the lines of 4 or 5 weeks post kind of or pre-show that you'll be planning on putting the back on it.
Yeah, so the likes of ESI Hampshire, it made such a difference on him. I would be afraid to take him off it. He's a little bit highly strung.
Yep.
Which was probably affecting his weight a little bit as well. So I presume the Precision Microbes chilled everything out a bit as well. So he started actually getting the quality out of the feed since he went on it. So he will definitely stay on it. He's a horse that I think an awful lot of, and I think he should jump to 7-year-old classes this year. A couple of other horses that are on it, their condition has changed an awful lot. There was a staccato horse that we looked at called Luco the first time.
Oh yeah.
There's also a massive difference in him. He had ulcers. The Precision Microbes has calmed and has settled everything down, and the rideability has changed unbelievable on him.
Yeah.
He was really sharp and touchy, and you'd be blaming the horse all the time thinking it was just his head, but it obviously wasn't.
Yeah, we had a quick look at him there, and
Yeah.
he's certainly a different animal, different beast
Yeah,
now.
he's put
To
on
look
a
at
lot.
him.
He was plain and his head was big, and now he's becoming to be. Every part of his body is coming into proportion the way it should be.
Freshen himself using the feed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you want. And show-wise, when you planning on these guys going back out?
They're all getting clipped and washed and cleaned up at the moment. There was a bit of a break over the Christmas when the staff were off, and we're all getting back to normality the last few weeks again. So shows get kick-started in 2 weeks' time again.
Brilliant.
And as soon as it does, there's 40 horses in work, and there's probably 30 of them to go to shows.
Lovely.
So it's going to be fairly busy for the next 12 months again.
No doubt. Well, we look forward to seeing how you get on with the horses and with the product. And thanks, Damien, for having us this evening.
No problem.
Thanks so much.
Thanks very much. And you can see now, there's no way you'd say he's in poor condition now. He was always really empty and weak here, and when you be on him, you didn't have a horse under you, really narrow. And he's put on everything. He's put on a body, he's put on a neck, a big neck. Put on an arse there, which was weak. That was his bad point as well. He was very pointy and weak there.
Yeah.
So, and he's on it from the start, which would be
September, July.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So, did a huge job on him.
And behaviour-wise, like when you're jumping on, much better in himself.
Yeah, well, he hasn't been a difficult horse anyway. It was the condition was the biggest problem. Yeah. Condition was the most disappointing part with him, because his bloods were done. He was always fed well, but just couldn't get a nice frame and a nice neck, and couldn't get this top line on him.
So he's using his feet away and
he's doing a fantastic job. We didn't change his feet. He's just been on Precision Microbes on top.